Hey guys, it's Karen and I'm here in my kitchen again doing another lunch idea. This one isn't a quick one. This one takes about half an hour in total, but it does last 2 days. This is 2 days worth of lunch. In fact, today I'm cooking 2 salmon fillets, and I would normally just cook one and split that between the bulgur wheat, but the salmon that I have today runs out today, so it's okay if it's cooked. I would eat it on the following day, so I'll just have a whole salmon fillet and that's fine. It will make it more proteiny. This normally works out to be a lunch about 300 calories. It depends how many pine nuts you add in, if you add pine nuts in, if you use a whole salmon fillet or not. You know, you can kind of adjust that to your own tastes and calories and whether you want to be low carb or not. But like I said, the more salmon and the more pine nuts are in it, the lower carb it is. So like I said, it's not a quick idea, but it's very healthy. It's really good for cholesterol. Bulgur wheat's a bit more low GI than having rice, white rice anyway. I do sometimes have brown rice with it, but the brown rice is a bit more chewy obviously, and you could have quinoa as well, which is even more protein rich, but I find it difficult to cook quinoa. I have to say I've not yet got that worked out. I used to be able to cook it better than I can now, which I can't really understand. I don't know what that's all about. I used to make it quite a lot. I used to make this really nice quinoa, kind of cheesy quinoa casserole type thing. I've still got the recipe, so I'll maybe do that again one day and see how that turns out. So anyway, if you'd like to see how I make this lunch, then please join me. Okay, so I've measured out my bulgur wheat. I just use Tesco bulgur wheat, and this is 60 grams in here, so this will cover me for 2 days lunches. And then all I'm going to do is pour boiling water on top. I've just boiled the kettle, so I'm just going to pour pretty much all of the kettle's worth in there, not quite all of it. And then I will just stick that on the pan. There's lots of different instructions for how to cook bulgur wheat. I'm just going to stick it on the gas hob for about 15 minutes. So while the oven's heating up and the bulgur wheat's cooking, I'll take my salmon fillet. So I've got my Marks & Spencer skinless salmon fillets, and I've got 2 pieces of foil because normally I would just be doing 1 piece of salmon, but I'm doing 2, and I like to do them in their separate kind of pockets, if you like. So let me get the camera a bit closer. So all I do is I take a knife and I just chop into it would help if I did the one on camera. I just make some slices in the salmon, just so that all the lemon juice I'm going to put on it and spices, etc. get right in. And then I put the lemon juice on. Now I'm just using Tesco's lemon juice because I don't have any actual lemons. And it's really important to put the lemon juice on first because they then soak in the herbs and stuff that I'm putting on. So I'm just going to really saturate it with that lemon, and then you can kind of pop it up the foil so that it doesn't run out either end. I've got a dog sleeping on my foot. Just going to put another piece of foil underneath that salmon because I've put it on the wrong way round in the end, but it's going to all run out, you know. So then I take some turmeric, and I use turmeric just because of my joints. I probably said that in the intro. And just shake that over. Then I take a little bit of chili powder and put that over because that's good for your metabolism. I only put a tiny bit of chili powder, but obviously you can adjust to your taste. And then I use, what is this, Bart's garlic salt. And I just sprinkle some of that over it as well. And then I take the foil and just kind of wrap it at the top. It doesn't matter that it's got 2 pieces on now, it's quite thick foil, but just wrap it like that in a little parcel. And I will put that either on a baking tray or directly on a shelf. It doesn't actually matter too much. You know, I found the same result either way. And I will put that in the oven at about 200 degrees Celsius for, I do it for 22 minutes. That's the perfect amount of kind of tenderness for me, but with no kind of pink, or, you know, I don't like it too soft, but I like it nice and tender. Okay, so that's everything cooked. So I've just drained my bulgur wheat, and I'm just going to put this in. It's good to put it in a big bowl to mix it all in. And then I'm going to take my 2 salmons which I've cooked and just dump them in because, like I said, they're skinless, and then I want all that juice to go in there as well. So I'll just give that a nice mix before I add anything else in. And that's what it looks like all mixed up. And then what I do, just because of the low carb thing, is I add in some pine nuts. And I won't add in very many just because I've actually used 2 fillets, so I'll just add in a handful of pine nuts, but it just, again, makes it a little bit more low carb. Okay guys, this is the end result. Vegetable wise, there's obviously no vegetables in the salmon bulgur wheat, so I've just put some It's basically leftovers because it's our grocery shopping day tomorrow, so a little bit of beetroot, some of that red pepper that you may remember I had left, some carrots, and that should be me for my lunch. The rest of this is actually a lot left, and I've just remembered that I'm actually going out to lunch tomorrow, and then we're probably out to lunch on Sunday, so I will give some of this to my Labradoodle puppy for his lunch. I just need to check on the pine nuts. I know that he's fine with salmon and bulgur wheat, but I need to check on the pine nuts because I know they can't have macadamia nuts, but it's a nice healthy meal, and he's teething, so it'll be nicer on his teeth anyway. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again soon.